This is the plaintiff, Cheryl Henchar. She says she's a marketing specialist and was hired by the defendant to do a mass email blast advertising his fuel business. When it came time to pay, the defendant turned into a real wise-talking louse who now refuses to pay her for her services. She went above and beyond for this guy, deserves to be paid, and is suing for $805, the amount she's owed. This is the defendant, Anthony. He says it's a real shame it's come to this lawsuit because the plaintiff's basically a very nice woman. But she's a very nice woman who's overcharging him for her services. He never agreed to pay her what she's seeking. He feels like he's the one who's being taken advantage of and isn't paying her any more than he already has. He's accused of running out on a bill.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff is a marketing specialist who was hired to do mass marketing for the defendant's fuel business and got stiffed. But the defendant says she's gouging him. It's the case of Supercharge Me.
Thank you, Douglas. Cheryl's Creative Services and Sandor Nemth, represented here by Cheryl Henchar. You are suing, you don't want the name of your business used, you don't want your last name used, Anthony, who has power of attorney for the owner. It's your son's business?
Yes, it is.
Okay, who are you in that company?
I'm just the general manager.
Okay, so you're suing them for $805 in invoices that you say are unpaid that he refuses to pay. Tell me what happened.
Correct. I met Anthony at a trade show in last May down in New York City. He contacted me in October to do email marketing for him. I said, fine, no problem. In the beginning, he paid me right away.
Okay, before we get to him paying his first invoice, did you have a contract with him?
No.
Okay, did you ever send him an email with your prices?
Yes.
Did he ever send you an email back saying which program he wanted, or like, yes, do that? Because you have I see your prices. I see the email that you sent.
Correct. He never told me directly, but when we had phone conversations in October, we did 3 or 4 of them. So I built
Right, but in other words, the first time you decided, who decided that it would be 3 or 4?
That was up to Anthony to decide what he wanted to do.
Well, that's my question. Did he
Right.
ever tell you, I'd like you to do
No.
it 4 times a month?
He discussed with me we would do 3 or 4 a month, basically weekly.
Oh, so he told you I want to do 3 or 4 a month.
Right.
Okay. And is that in writing or no?
No.
Okay. If it were in writing, would we be here? The answer would be no.
No.
Okay. So tell me what happens.
So I did the emails. Everything was fine.
Okay. Well, the first email you do is when?
I did it in October.
How many did you do?
I did template.
Here, hand me your bills. I'll do it. Hand me your bill. I would
okay.
like you to hand
Sure.
my bailiff your bill.
Thank you, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this bill says prorated for 3 campaigns for the month of October. What does that mean?
So I had him prepay me for the template and the 1 email because I didn't know him, so to make sure that I was going to get paid.
All right, so in October, this is the first bill that you send out, right?
Right.
All right, 3 campaigns, $260?
Right.
All right, so he paid the October bill, right?
Right.
Okay.
And
How
then-
much did he pay you in total?
He paid me $172, which was fine, on 10/17, and then $270 for another invoice on 11/3.
Okay. So in November, he pays you $270, which was a bill that contained more than 1 email blast a month. And it's not until your 3rd invoice that he says, I'm not paying this, I never agreed to this, correct?
Right.
Okay. And you're surprised because he spent 2 months paying multiple email blasts per month.
Right.
Okay. So do you call him?
Yes, there's numerous emails back and forth.
Did he ask you to lower your rate?
Yes.
And did you?
Yes, I discounted it.
Just to get him to pay something?
Exactly.
And then did he pay you?
No.
Did you discount it again?
Yes, he asked me to go 50%.
And then did you discount it?
Yes, I did.
And then
As I
did he
was
pay
saying-
you?
No.
Okay, just never paid you. He's
Exactly.
pushing you to see how far you'll go. At some point, he just figures you're a pushover. What's going on?
Not at all. Your
Okay,
Honor,
well, what's
not at
going
all.
on? You tell me.
I have to say, you already figured out the case, though. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
that kind of happens. That's why they have me here.
I'm sorry to
Go
say
ahead.
that.
What's going
because
on?
I
What's
drove
going on,
far.
though?
Like Cheryl said, we met in May. We then met again in October. At that time, she sent me, as you have, the copy of her prices.
Right.
Which, I'll be honest with you, I never even looked at this email because it was more verbal
But then why did you tell her to
conversation.
start working for you if you didn't even know how much she charged?
We spoke about it. It was going to be approximately for each one, how much she was going to charge, a couple $100. I figured let's see where she would go with it. I just noticed this. It says on this paper here that she sent out, I guess, her proposals, $260 a month, 4 monthly email campaigns,
Let me see what you have.
and it's highlighted in blue, Your Honor.
Right? What did you think it was you were going to be paying a month? Because in
Okay.
your answer to the complaint, you say, I thought it was $100 a month, but you didn't think it was $100 a month. You know that it was going to be more than $100 a month.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I truly believe that
100?
it was going to be
How many email
approximately,
blasts were you going to have for 100?
3. We always.
Why would you
only-
think that? She sent you the email that said 260 for 4
And I just explained it to you. The only reason that I have that and looked at that and highlighted that is because I opened up all 111 of her emails.
Oh, well, there is none so blind as he who will not see. Where's
Right.
your contract with her?
We have no contract.
Right. So if she sends you an email with her price list, you ought to look at it before you hire her. Well,
No.
you tell her to lower the price, and she does. Then you tell her to lower the price again, and she does, and you still don't pay it. She billed you at 50%, and you still didn't pay it. Why?
Because in that interim, she sent bills showing me what she was charging me for. I paid November, Your Honor. I paid November. You can't bill me. You bill me for October, and then you bill me for November. I pay them.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. I would like to know, there are 3 invoices that you generated, October, November, December, right?
Correct.
All right. In the October bill, we have the one-time charge, which everybody knows about, the
Yep,
$85.
you're correct.
Then we have 10-4, 3 at $260. If it's 3 at $260, okay, why do you have an email you sent to him where it was 4 at $260? This says 4 at $260.
Because honestly, that's a mistake on my part. When you, I'm being honest. When you divide those by 4 by 90, that there should have been a line in there saying for 3 campaigns.
You mean instead of saying 4, you should have said 3?
Correct. Should have been a
that's
line
fabulous.
for 3.
Well,
a
we know,
line
and
for
it's
4.
$86.66. All right, so what you do is, since there's only one that went out by the time you sent out this bill October 13th, you charge $87. That explains the October bill. He paid the October bill, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct on
Then
that.
you received payment for $270.
Right.
Okay, for the November 1 bill. All right. Now we have December 1 bill that covers November activity.
Correct.
Let's see what we got. 90 times 4, which I can't help but notice is $360 again when he didn't agree to that plan. According to you in your first invoice, he was on a 3/260 plan, which according to your pricing is still wrong, and he should be on a 4/260 plan. Do you see where the problem lies?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see now why he got upset? Like he felt like, whoa, something's going on here. It's not intentional on your part, but you understand why he got confused, right?
Okay, so this deal was so messed up. I mean, the plaintiff did the work, but you can't figure out how much it was supposed to be. Do you give this the plaintiff anything?
I feel like he should have should have had it on paper.
Well, they should have made it right, but the defendant got the value,
I think they just have to take his loss for it.
so he gets the work for so you get the work for free.
I think you should give him something.
But what's the something? How do you figure it out?
I don't know. Rock, paper, scissors.
I don't know. Rock, paper, scissors.
That's awesome.
That's what it is. It's rock, paper, scissors. That's what the judge is going to do. Going inside the courtroom.
Right now, how much do you say he owes you?
For
The
what?
$360 plus the $270 plus the graphic design fee, correct?
Correct.
How much do you think you owe?
How much do I owe her?
How much do you think?
Possibly for just one single email blast.
Yeah, that's not right.
I
I've been
paid-
through
I
all
paid
of her.
her-
It's not right. I've been through all of her bills, and she's overcharging you. I think she's confused. I don't think she's trying to scam you. I just think she just.
No, she's definitely
Okay.
confused.
So I'm looking at each of these bills, and here's what I want to do. I want to give you the benefit of the bargain you think you struck, which is the 3 at 260. Because, and I know that's what you talked to her about, because A, you said it, but B, it's also on the very first invoice. It says 3/260. And you never looked at this other one that says 4 for 260. But either way, if she did a fourth one, you're not getting charged. Okay? Because you didn't expect a fourth one. So don't worry about it. You either got 3 or 4 or 5 for 260. So if I do that and I look at each month, I see that on the November 1 bill, you're already overcharged by $97. On the December 1 bill, you've already been overcharged by $100. And on the December 29 bill, which is when everything hits the fan, you are also overcharged by an amount of $90. So I reduced the amount that she thinks you owe her by that amount, and it means you still owe her $343.
Okay.
This mess is partially your fault.
I have.
If not entirely your fault.
Okay.
Because of, no, that's not, no, you're not going to say anything else. I'm ruling. I have now done for you what you could not figure out and do for yourself to not get involved in this problem, which is to figure out exactly how you overcharge them by accident all of these times.
Honor,
and
I did not overcharge
Stop
him.
talking. Thank you. Who's that? Your groom? All right. So, and you, frankly, should have paid her reduced rate because you'd have done better than you're going to do now. I am ordering you to pay her $343 that you still owe her for the email blasts. That is my verdict. Good luck, folks.
So the defendant, in effect, prevails. Ms. Henchar, let me just ask you a question here. I know you kept wanting to get something back to the judge. She really took a lot of time to try and figure this out. She says, number one, you made a mistake in your accounting, right? Do you agree or not?
I made an honest mistake, but also there were times that in the emails I was instructed to do another email, and that's something I didn't do more, and I didn't get the opportunity to present that to the judge, and that's what I was trying to explain to the judge.
She had all the documents. She went over them really thoroughly. It's amazing she did so much work on your behalf, and you're trying to coach your wife, right?
Yes, because I was trying. She was nervous, and I
Well,
just wanted
listen,
to calm down.
Maybe you better be more careful in doing your bills in the future, okay? So a judge like that can really figure them out easily, okay?
Sounds good.
That would be good advice. Anyway,
Thank you.
Thank you so much for talking
Thank
with
you.
me. Sorry
Thank
about
you.
that.
Have a good one.
You must sign some documents. I'll do that, sir. Now, Mr. Anthony, if you'll come out. Everybody, the contract maybe could have been better in the beginning. How about that?
I agree. You
agree with that?
I agree. But
Okay.
Cheryl was a very nice woman.
Yeah.
Very pleasant.
Yeah.
And
Everybody says that.
But-
they're nice, but the contract, we didn't have a contract. And
the only
that's it.
thing that I feel bad about is that the judge looked at all the invoices thoroughly, like you said, that
Yep.
is all true.
Yep.
But the judge didn't notice that on those bills, there were emails that were created that were never approved by me, so they were never sent out, and Cheryl billed me for them.
Well.
Not,
That's not to be
understand.
discussed now. That's over and done.
Water
You've
under the
prevailed.
bridge.
It's water under the bridge, and I assume you're
Thank
finished working with her, right?
I have to. I
Yeah.
have to. Yeah,
Okay.
I tried.
Thank you very much.
Thank
All right,
you.
sir. You have a few documents to sign. Thank you, ma'am. And that'll wrap it up. Harvey, your turn.
Okay, it wasn't as fun as rock, paper, scissors, Doug, but nonetheless, it is insane not to get business deals in writing with specific prices, responsibilities. It's insane.